It's the ER crew in the building.
You are tuned into the ER crew with Flu Season.
Flu season.
Flu season, that's me. Another show, baby. ER crew. What up, what up?
What's going on, man?
Delco, what it is.
What's up? What's good?
So you know how it be, man. We can't talk about a lot of moves because for the simple fact it's coronavirus season.
Ain't nobody making them.
Nobody killing nobody, you know
No
what I mean?
news.
Nobody getting nobody pregnant. But, you know, we're going to talk about what we can talk about. You know, Houston rapper, legendary rapper Slim Thugs.
Oh, man.
He got coronavirus.
That's crazy.
And he said he wasn't around anybody. So that's the crazy thing. He was like, I was being real careful. I was telling people, like, you know, to do the social distancing. And I just had a headache one day. And I don't normally get headaches. And I had a light fever. So he decided to go to the doctor. And the crazy thing was his test was only 24 hours. And he tested positive for the coronavirus.
What do you mean only? How long does the test usually be?
3 days.
People like me, he was 3 to 5 days. You know?
3 days.
So he was on the Breakfast Club this morning. He said that eventually they're going to have a test where
He was on the Breakfast Club?
Well, he called into the Breakfast Club.
I was like...
And he said eventually they're going to have a 5-hour test. But right now, it's 24 hours. If you got money,
They're getting more
you
familiar
got your
with it.
own
Yeah.
doctor. And for us, the regular people, it's 3 to 5. We'd
God.
be dead by the time.
Don't do that. Lord
you know.
forbid. Please,
I'm
the
just-
angels do not
I'm
say
just
I mean.
saying, about time we get,
You know what my homegirl said about it? She was like, honestly, she believes, and she's a nurse, and she's been, you know, going through a lot. I'm sure you can imagine the hospitals are slammed right now, but she said that she believes that it's already in all of our bloodstreams. It's just certain things may bring it out, like sort of like asthma. Sometimes it's already there, and then you
I believe
do
it.
something.
My mother said the same thing. She says it's
Are you
airborne.
kidding?
Yeah, my mother says it's just airborne.
Well,
It's
everybody, from
But
what
how
I've been
is it?
hearing,
and she's a hospice nurse, so like she was just like it's airborne. It's just a matter of what triggers it.
yeah.
Man, that's
So-
crazy.
I mean, that's what I've been hearing too. Basically, you know, somebody had it, and when they went to the doctor, they basically was telling them like, "Yo, pretty much everybody's gonna have it eventually," you know.
Oh,
so it
Lord.
depends
I
on
believe
how
it.
quick.
They are able to come up with that cure, and that's why I think they're pushing. I think we talked about this last time. There's nothing else to talk about. We have to talk about
I know,
coronavirus,
corona.
but that's why they're going to probably be doing some vaccines because if it's already in your system and if it comes out whatever, this is the way that you could probably fight it. And they were saying that that's why they're going to start pushing it in our communities because they love when Black people get vaccines and nobody else does because it's with our mental. So we'll see.
We'll see about this coronavirus. You know, Slim Thug hopefully gets better real soon. He said he's feeling a lot better.
They've given him something.
I don't think they gave him anything. They just told him to stay away from people. But he said his fever is no longer there. He doesn't have the headache anymore. And right now he's just going to stay away from everybody else. I feel like for a lot of people it's going to be like that. But for some, it's not the case, you know.
Yeah.
And they sending people home. So that's the sad thing about everything as well, too. Like literally people going to the doctor. They telling them they have it. Sending them home. And
You're
then
saying get better.
Stay quarantined. I mean,
Well,
what can they do? They're being overpopulated with this,
Well,
this
I mean,
situation
there's
right now.
a school teacher in Atlanta. I believe she was over 60. She went. They told her to stay away from everybody, and she ended up passing away a couple of weeks. So she knew she had it. She just ended up falling out. So it's kind of one of them things like you know something might happen,
Right.
But being quarantined is not going to work for everybody,
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna see what happens with that. He's one of the many celebrities like Tom Hanks, Kevin Durant, Bravo's Andy Cohen, and now Slim Thug, and you know Harvey Weinstein has it.
I'm not gonna say good. I'm just gonna say sometimes you get what you get.
Yeah, so
You get what you get.
I get what you're saying. You know, so he was in jail. Obviously, they rushed him to the doctor, and they said that he has it. And now my guy, well, not my guy, but Mr. Jello put in Bill Cosby. He's trying to get out of jail.
Oh, you did not say your guy.
Yeah.
Not to Bill.
I had to take that back. You know what I mean? I had to take that.
Like, because I understand Bill's people talking about, listen, they said a security guard had it right
Yeah.
in the jail.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Yeah,
I don't
I gotta
care
go.
what I did. If I'm not on death row,
Right.
then get me out of here. Period. So he probably got legs to stand on. They might actually go ahead and give him house arrest.
And they releasing a lot of people because of that. So if you're on good behavior and you're not on a crime where you actually killed somebody,
Criminal, yeah. Well, I think all of them are criminal.
yeah, they are criminal.
Yellow.
I mean, that
Yeah.
kind of, you know, putting something in the Jello pudding is kind of criminal. You know what I mean?
I don't think it was Jello pudding. I think it was a drink.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of drugs there. I think there was a little bit of drugs there.
Maybe the ice cream.
Just saying. you
And they
know?
spiked the cream.
So many jobs are coming from this Magic City. They went on Instagram. Some people might have heard Magic City and ATL. First they was doing lives,
Hot mess.
$20 lives, and now they created a website. It's called MagicCityLive.com.
Have you been on it?
I just tried to go, but it's off.
It's not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not up. Y'all sound like, but I can't fault them. Obviously, we do know that creep sites are everywhere. Porn, they say, is the highest grossing industry in the world.
Yeah.
So y'all should have been did a MagicCityLive.com. Y'all could have been making money digitally and not just on Tuesday.
You're right. You got fans doing a lot of females doing their own thing on fans only.
They get off of work, go straight to the bedroom, put up the phone, collect that fans only check.
Fans only.
I just seen young Ma on her live doing a thing.
What? That shit was
MA, right?
MA.
Not Ma.
Yeah.
It ain't Ma?
No, because Ma would be like
It's
Remy
definitely MA.
Ma or Little
it's
Ma. And what like, which Ma are you
What
talking
the hell
about?
does the MA stand for then?
Madame N?
She
No, get me out of here.
was going
Yeah,
in.
they were, and that's she.
She was
Make it
going
more
in.
specific. She had someone stripping on MA's live.
Making that Cash App money.
She wasn't doing it herself.
She was literally throwing the money to the camera.
And
after
then
she
asked for
was
the
done,
Cash App.
She's like, yeah, what's your Cash App? I'm going to send it to you right now.
She was like, okay, the girl was tired.
Tired.
I'm sending it now.
Like, you never know strippers being tired because you don't talk to
We
them.
never talked to them after the
You
dance.
be like, bam,
Right.
bam, and I keep it moving.
And they are tired.
I feel you.
Imagine twerking that ass for at least 25 minutes straight. Is it 25? How long are dances?
No, they're 3 minutes.
Oh, you can tell I don't go to
3
the
minutes.
strip
You know
club.
I know because that's what I used to do. I used to.
Strip?
No, hell no. I used
Oh
to
my
DJ
God.
that.
I never pinned you for that guy.
DJ in the strip club. That's what I used to do. I do that.
Crazy.
3 minutes.
3 minutes going down. The Boy Flu season title launch of free hip hop and R&B live stream. So that's real good. It's free. Big Sean, he just released his second album, Detroit 2. Is it the second album? Nah.
I don't know.
But Drake
But
calls
shout
out
out to
Funk
Big
Master
Sean.
Flex.
Huh?
Drake calls out Funk Master Flex. Call him a straight punani
Because
on social media. I think they got some like a little beef. You know how Flex is. He go after the people. You know, Drake's been on the show in the past on his upcoming days.
Yeah.
But on live,
he don't need to do radio no more.
exactly. And Flex says, like, yo, you're not that guy.
But
you know?
they've been at it though.
it's not the first-
this is not a first episode. Drake and Flunk Specs
What
have
was
been
their
at
other
it.
squabbles?
He has him in songs.
Yeah.
Saying
Drake is
fuck
in
you,
songs.
Flex, funk.
I don't know about all that.
Well, the
but
Meek
it's-
Mills thing that happened when they were
Oh,
saying he was
yeah.
ghostwriting.
Yeah,
Flex
yeah.
was
Yeah.
the one that played it.
Absolutely.
Saying like you got people writing your raps, different things like that. So it's been a history, but now he reached out on live and said something directly to him.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out soon. You know how that goes. You get one thing and then the next day, boom, boom, boom.
And your guy Trick Daddy is going on live and really ranting, talking about how he can't go to the strip club. We're going to play this clip. You ready for the
So
clip?
he mad about Corona? I ain't about to play with him.
He's mad about Corona. And the crazy thing
The
about
bad
him...
tree. Everybody mad. You know.
All right, cool. Let's play this clip real quick.
Sick of it, yo. Got the strip clubs closed. I got 1,000 motherfucking ones that I done had for a motherfucking 2.5 weeks, okay? I got all my clothes out the cleaners with nowhere to fucking go, okay? I got both of my phones fully charged for the first time in my motherfucking life. And then everybody tell me, it's just a lockdown. No, that's not a fucking lockdown. That's not a lockdown. This is a major fucking problem. You trying to control them. What's lockdown is all my niggas that's in the county jail, the federal penitentiary, the state penitentiary. They on lockdown for all my sucker ass niggas who don't want to leave the house because their wife take their whole check and do what the fuck they want to do with it. That's a fucking lockdown.
Oh, really?
When Gary Payton used to get on one of them niggas' ass on the basketball court and put that D on him, that was a fucking lockdown. San Francisco 49ers been on lockdown since the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yo, so, you know, Trick going in talking about he can't go to the strip club and he tired of this and all this other stuff. Trick, first of all, you got lupus. So if anybody's going to be
any
protected...
reason, you need to sit down.
all the
sit
way
your
down.
ass
Go
down,
home,
Trick.
sir.
Be careful. I know he does radio now, him and Trina, or whatever the case may be, so I know he's more active on social media, but sometimes he be just coming out his mouth.
He started that with Love and Hip Hop. Don't blame it on radio.
Okay.
He just been going crazy since he done hopped on the TV. Trick has been very, very vocal. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Remember the
thinking-
last interview that he was talking about how much coke he did and didn't do? We were like, can't really say that out loud,
Yo,
bro.
but he says it helps with his lupus, and it's crazy to me. Like, bro, you
How
really
does that
telling
help?
people that you are a cokehead.
It's kind of crazy.
You're supposed to take care of yourself in lupus, but like, how does that help though?
Can we move on? No.
Yeah, can we move on?
I bet.
So this is what I want to talk about. Like, I feel like we turning into virtual reality. Surrogates. What do you think about surrogates? You have 2 kids, right?
Surrogacy. You know what? Honestly, I didn't really think about surrogacy until I saw it becoming popularized, possibly last year. A lot of people, I'm not gonna say they made it a trend. I'm not gonna say that because I don't know people's like where they're coming out in life, but I just felt like many celebrities one after the other just started to be like, okay, I'm not gonna have it. I'm gonna have a surrogate happen.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's a rich people's thing. I don't know. I still don't think about it because how much does that even cost?
It costs a lot of money. I just feel a way about it because I feel like, I know I'm a guy and I might get backlash for it, but I feel like there's a connection when you having a child and you kind of taking that connection away. You literally
another woman.
Yeah, and they got DNA in there too. So you got 3 different DNAs up in that thing.
She's feeling that woman's heartbeat. She's identifying with her as mom even before she comes out. It's a lot of bonding that happens when the baby is within the mother, feeding from the mom, sleeping, defecating, urinating. That's how gross and real it is inside of the mom. It's like a unified kind of thing. So not to have it, and like you said, detached. I would have to feel detached.
There's a movie called Surrogates, and it makes me think about it because right now we're doing a lot of virtual things and it's popping. You got D Nice. He did his quarantine mix.
Man, he went crazy. Everybody talking about him. Freaking viral, insane.
And then everyone's from that thinking, oh, everyone's following up. Oh, you're doing that because of D Nice. So
yeah, I mean it happens.
Wait. Did you just say D Nice?
Yeah, D Nice.
So who's following up?
Well, when anybody else that does it,
it's like,
so it's like, oh, you trying to do this because he did it.
Tell us how I'm like, as a fan.
Yeah, that was a joke.
DJ boy, not everybody's trying to follow you.
Yeah.
Oh, you trying to do D Nice?
Yeah.
You're not gonna get 100K.
Yeah, they did.
Right now, that's the business and that's the wave right now, which is really dope. So that kind of made me think about surrogates because of the movie called Surrogates, and literally nobody lives in their real body. Like, they have an artificial body that goes out. They literally have a machine on. And then it made me think about that too, because I know Candy, she had a surrogate. Kim Kardashian did it. Now
Gabrielle Union,
she did it as well, and I understand why she did
medical reasons, which I didn't know, honestly.
So if you got medical reasons, I understand. Like, okay, cool. But if you just doing it because you got money, like for me, that's like you just taking that attachment from your child. And is it really your child?
Okay, now some conspiracy theories.
I'm just saying, is it really your child? It's
just
your
so
egg.
unnatural, man. I understand that we do a lot of stuff now. I mean, we're changing our eye colors, getting a new nose, nipple, lip, tongue, anything. You want to do natural, nigga? I got you. Like an entire sex change. I get that we are not as natural as we used to be, and we live in a totally different world now, but some things we really just shouldn't touch. Like, I think God had that one already.
Yeah, I think he did too. So, I think we kind of playing with God too when we do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you can even pick your baby's sex now. Did you know that?
Yeah, their sex, nigga, they hair color, eye color. Long fingers or short fingers? What you want?
We going to hell.
But you know what? Speaking on that factor right there, talking about playing God, not playing God, when it comes to taking out whole body parts from one person and putting them in another person, what do you think about that?
I feel a little better about that because one person is dead.
No, what if they're alive?
Not necessarily.
It's a kidney.
It's a kidney.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What if you're just, hey, apparently God made a little mistake. They only gave you one. That one's failing, and he doesn't
make
God doesn't want you to die. Yeah. So let me play God and fix his wrongs. Let me do this again.
But like putting a baby in somebody else though? And
no, we've changed the subject.
But wait a minute.
So what do you think about that?
Wrong if like someone destroyed their own self and to the point where they need a kidney.
No. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you just grow up. You have one. It failed. And nothing you did, and now your dad has one, and so this doctor can just do.
Well, the dope thing about that is that we don't need both kidneys, so it's almost like that's the reason for it. You know what I mean?
I get the reason for it, but how do you feel? Do you think that it's people playing God?
I don't. When it comes to saving people's lives or extending life, I don't think that's necessarily a God aspect. I don't think it's playing it. I just think because some people die, you can give somebody a whole different heart and their body might reject it, and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to actually creating a whole person, a sex, are you playing with things like that? I think that's a little more in depth than, even like, you getting new teeth. You know what I'm saying? I think you only get 2, so if you can get your teeth situated, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
You only get 2.
You only get 2, but I'm just saying. What about if your breasts ain't all the way?
Right,
you know what I mean?
You got 2.
Got 2 of them.
Now I used to feel a way about that before, like like if your breasts sag or whatever the case may be, you had kids, like just let it be. But now I do get it. I feel like it's more of a conscious thing with females, and it's their body and whatever the case may be. So I'm more acceptable about stuff like that. But when it comes to the Botox and replacing the whole nose,
some things you can, some things you can't, because it's the same thing with the Botox. Some people feel self-conscious. My cheek needs to be thicker. I don't know what's up, but my cheek is thin. I gotta fatten up this cheek. So it is still self-conscious. So I mean, if you're gonna do a breast implant, if you're gonna change out your teeth, nigga, go all the way.
Well, I feel you. But a breast implant, like later down the road, because your breasts are sagging, I get that. You know what I mean?
Out the gate.
If you just doing it, just doing it, like, for me, like, I like them all. You know what I mean? Little, small. You know what I'm saying? I respect the breasts.
But
you know what I'm saying?
you're a woman, and these are the only ones you got.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't like them.
And you don't like them? I get it.
So you still get it?
I get it to a certain extent because I know a lot of females be on it like, that's the only thing wrong with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Until she gets that. And then she goes, well, what about my side?
Right.
My side could be a little smaller too.
And that's the thing.
But that's the
about
only
my
thing.
butt?
But you know what? My butt can use a
what?
little trimming.
If you got to go under the knife a bunch of times, I don't need to be with you, man.
Aww.
It's too much.
But go back to playing God, though. So it's not playing God as long as someone's life is being saved.
I feel like, that's the whole point of, like, we grow, we expand, and we get better. We try to help. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's more of a help issue than a personal issue.
How we not know that that's not God saying that, hey, he's allowing you to have that education for you to be able to do that? How you not know that's not the devil working on that situation of saying that, oh, I'm allowed this kidney to fail? Because the devil was his right-hand man, so you got to think of that concept too.
Does the devil have the strength to kill and bring us to life, or is that only God?
Or it could be the devil.
No, I'm asking.
Has
or
the strength
if you
to
don't believe it.
allow you to suffer, depending on who you are and who you are as a person and how that belief is.
So the devil can allow us to suffer, and the devil can bring us back to light.
Devil can't necessarily bring you back to life, but now we get into religion, and that's a
That
whole
is religion.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like we're
That's why I'm
really
getting
getting
quiet.
into that part.
don't
And
You don't believe in religion?
Oh, no, I do.
It's not about believing in religion. It's just like once you get into it's a slippery slope in religion, right? So when you have a slippery slope in religion, then now we going into the different beliefs of religion. Now, think of a Christian.
You can't talk to a particular person on something.
Exactly. That's the difference between Protestant, Catholic, Muslim. We all have a different belief, but there's one God, right? So from one God, there's 5,000 beliefs.
Yeah.
You have Word of God, Catholic faith,
Go on and
Protestant.
on.
You know what I'm saying? It goes on and on. And so it's just a slippery slope, and it's kind of one of those things kind of better left alone as opposed to, oh, let's get deep into that. And then we get deep into that. The deeper we get into that,
You have to bring in, I believe,
right,
A,
and it's
B,
your
C.
belief of what the word says. And what the word was originally written is a dead language. So it's just like, okay,
It depends if that's what you believe. Because
And I
some of
think
us
that is
don't
true
believe
too, because I
that.
know when they started descending life, I know back then they probably was thinking like, yo, you're playing God. You know what I'm saying? You giving this person a heart, artificial hip, such and such. Now we more receptive to it. So I do get that to a certain extent. But I also think, like I said, when it comes to extending life, than actually just trying to do it for your cosmetic purpose, I think that's a different
You think
situation.
it might be a pass? If you were to think God gave passes, he might give a
I
pass
think,
for saving a life.
Saving a life, yeah. I think that's a pass all day long. Now, changing the nose, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Getting a new rib, I don't know about
you
that.
have that big old nose.
You know what I'm saying? That's your nose.
That's your nose.
You know, you gonna have a baby. Your baby gonna have a big ass nose.
That
you got a little
same
ass
nose.
nose.
Now you
know
got
what I
to
mean?
change that one again.
You know, so
You You just changed that nose. Now look at you.
Now look, your kid got to change that same one.
Yeah, you know.
Your nosy ass. I honestly believe it is playing God, though.
You think so?
I believe it is.
So in all aspects, it's playing God.
Yeah, that's why on my driver's license, like I don't put organ donor because it is a great thought of you to want to save a life, but if God wants them to die, who are you to change out a heart? Who are you to change out a lung or whatever they need? God gave you your body. If you change it, you're not supposed to do it. That's how I believe. Okay. But I mean, I don't know if it's my religion or if it's my moral code. I don't know what it is that makes, because I haven't looked into my religion to see, is that what we believe? I don't know.
Yeah. I try to be respectful of all religions. Like I said, I believe some people believe in multiple gods, like Muslim, Christian. I really believe it's one God, and I believe we actually.
But I'm Muslim. We don't believe in multiple gods.
No, I'm saying like not multiple gods on the aspect of different gods, but like my God is different from your God.
Oh, you mean a different God?
Exactly.
Oh, I see
and I believe it's literally one God that we all praying to the same.
But we call different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's my point. You know what I mean? And then we kind of believe in the same things, but it's like slight little things that are different. Oh no, da da da. They're like,
and that's what comes translation. That's what I meant by all what I was saying earlier. The translation of what the same book. Yeah. I think all of us read the same book, but then each person translated it different.
Yeah,
just like our thought processes are different, right? So we all think differently. We all have our own mindsets. We all have our own thing about it. So if that's the case, then that's how it's going to be. Because once you think one way, who am I to tell you differently of how the way that you're thinking? You know what I'm saying? So that's when we talk about religion, it's your translation and your belief and going with that and running with that. And that's how we have these different belief systems where we have Muslim, Christianity.
You want me to break down the religions? Well, this is what I think. And there's only the three main ones. You know, there's a billion religions out there. Yeah. But when it comes to Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, I believe only because of the way that they were set down, you know, Judaism came first. Yeah. And then from Judaism, there was Christianity. And then from Christianity, there was Islam. We were the last religion. I'm Muslim, by the way. I don't know if I told you guys that. But we were the last religion. So I just believe that because society finds a way to get comfortable with things that we didn't used to be comfortable with, you know, we used to not be able to show our wrist, for heaven's sakes. Like, I would be telling you guys I'm ready to smash right now because I'm showing y'all my wrist. So because society has a way of making the uncomfortable comfortable, God had to refocus everybody over and over again. So even the book that I feel is the same book sent by the same God, it's just been revised and more tightened because you guys need a stricter path because you were just so freaking loose year after year. We just start to do whatever we want to do. So I don't know if there'll be another book passed down. I think this is just sort of it. Like what happens now is just
that's it.
The done, done. We're done. Y'all need to go up or down. That's it. Like I don't think he's gonna help us with no more books. But I believe that's sort of how these different religions became about.
Okay.
So
that can make sense.
That's what it is, man.
Right? It would make sense.
Conversation. I wasn't expecting to talk about religion, but you know what it is. I was expecting to talk about jobs and how people are about to lose jobs and how you working from home and you still made the work. You know what I mean?
Right, we already know what's going on, man. Y'all know what's going on.
Late to work.
I know exactly what's going on.
Late to work and you working from home.
Nah, let's talk about that money Trump. Remember last week we talked about that bailout that Trump had?
Yeah.
Now, since we have more information, do y'all have all y'all's info on it?
$1,200 for a single person. I think it's
something with the kids. Add the kids.
$500
for each kid. Yeah.
So they're working on that.
No, but they're giving you whatever information you gave on your tax return.
Last year, 2019 tax return, not this year's.
Was it 18 or 19?
I thought they said 18.
But some people didn't file.
I didn't file 18.
Yeah.
So they need to figure it out. You know?
Yeah,
well, I got my same information. So I'm just waiting on my check. But anyway,
I still gotta file mine.
And then I even heard they were talking, I forgot the guy's name, but he was going further into a bill or an idea that they have that's being put on the table where a lot of people are upset. You're giving us this money, but it's one time. We don't know how long it's going to last. So he was trying to put a bill on the table that they'll pay us every single month. And that's not with the non-employment. You know, they're getting like $600 a week or something like that. Yeah. But that's not with that. That's people just re-getting this $1,200, this $1,500, however much you're getting over and over again every month for like 6 months, I believe.
I need that. What's that?
I think he said 6 because we don't, or 4. No, I think it was 4 because they suspect August or
August.
Well, it's gonna get bad. Like, you know, a lot of jobs are because they're losing so much money. They will get rid of a bunch of people. It's just a matter of a when. You know what I mean? So that's the sucky thing about it. And like I say, y'all people that's late to work and y'all working from home, y'all got to get it together. Y'all probably need to be fired.
This ain't the time. This ain't the time to be messing up, man.
So hopefully we can get that situated and the money can start rolling out. And if I got to do my 2018 taxes, I got to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I need my $1,200.
That back date.
No, you can't borrow.
You can't borrow it. You know what I mean? But that's about it, man. The boy Flu Season. You can follow me at Flu Season TV on all social media platforms.
It's your girl, Mo Quick.
Honestly, I hate when people say it's your girl. So I'm gonna be like, what's up, y'all? It's Mo. You gotta make sure you follow me at Mo Quick ATL. That is Mo with no E. Please don't do it to me. Thank you.
DJ Del Cover. Follow me at Del Cover, DLKOVER. All social media platforms.
And I'm taking all cash apps. Flu Season. $sign Flu Season, you know.
$sign Del Cover.
Just saying. We trying to work.
Like,
Can't do nothing. Can't do no parties, you know. I was trying to get a bottle. I couldn't even get the bottle today because, you know, they talking about, I ain't going to talk about it. All right. We out.